Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Eddie, and this is the Filament Files. I know everybody's probably wanting to see the unboxing, but the A1 has not arrived yet. Excuse me. So I thought I'd take this opportunity. I kind of talked about it a little bit in my first video of my journey. So I do woodworking, and it's just a hobby, something to occupy my mind and my time. I wanted to get into 3D carving of wood, and I bought a carver, and it worked out really well. It's a big learning curve for me, but I enjoyed it to an extent. It just didn't work 100% of the time like I was expecting it to. There were just a lot of variables. The width of the wood, the warping of the wood, going into the machine. It was just really finicky, in my opinion. Now I saw a lot of YouTube videos with people using them and showing how they worked and how they just did wonderful. But I happen to believe that behind the scenes, they were probably having just as much problems as I was. Because after I started researching it a little more through all the forums, a lot of people were having problems. The videos on YouTube just didn't show that as much. There were some that did, but they just kind of glossed over the problems that they were having with the machine. When it worked great. But that was only like 5% of the time. And then as my journey progressed, I decided I wanted to try the laser engraving. So I got an X tool, a laser engraver, and it was the same way. The YouTube community showed it being just an excellent machine, and it probably was compared to some of the other ones out there. It was one of the most recognized machines out there that people were recommending. But it too had the same problems. Like I said in my first video, you know, everything had to be dialed in just right or it did not work. I engraved cups, you know, tumblers, dog tags, glass, tile. Everything had a different setting. And say a tile, a slate tile. You know, you get a package of them, 10 or 20 of them, and you may have to change the settings 5 different times on each tile because not every tile is the same. You know, it's a natural product, and the natural product is going to be a little different on every one. Same as a tumbler. The coating is not going to be exact on every one. It's kind of like, you know, on a regular printer uses ink and paper. It works great. They go together. But if you try to start using that same ink and try to print on cellophane or some sort of plastic sheet to do a heat transfer or something like that, the settings are going to be different. That being said, it was just too finicky and it was not fun for me. So I was always interested in 3D printing. But I didn't want to get into the build side of it. I didn't want to get into the really technical build side and having to self-level your bed and having to measure and on each print. It just looked like it was the same thing as the laser printer or the wood carver. Everything just had to be dialed in just right for every different material. And with the old 3D printers, I liked the concept. I just didn't want to dive into that deep to learn that aspect of it. Now we're at today. The 3D printers seem to be a lot more user-friendly. Print and go. At least that's what all the YouTube channels talk about. And they make it look so simple. Now, there are a few out there that will show you their mistakes and show you how to fix them. And that's all well and good. But it really makes it look to be very easy to use. Like I said, print and go. You know, select your file, slice it, send it to the printer, and you're done. We will see. I'm hoping that's the case. I mean, there are a lot of people out there, and you may be one of them, that love to tinker and love to get into the nuts and bolts of everything. I just want something to print. That's all. So I'm hoping that is the case. The Bambu Lab A1 should arrive in the next few days, and I'll be showing an unboxing of that and maybe a first print. But what I got it for was just to tinker around the house. You know, there's things around the house that I would like to make, organize things, especially this garage. Y'all, this garage, I've tried to change it up and make things more accessible and easier to work around, and I just haven't got it yet the way I really like it. And I'll give y'all a quick shot around. It's all messed up now. I've got things out. It's just not organized that well. This is where I'm going to be putting the printer, and we're going to be working on this table to accept the printer. Got some mods in mind for it, but that'll be on a different video. So yeah, I've seen a lot of things and files and that I'm interested in, and to really making this garage more user-friendly. A lot of the websites I've gone to, I can't remember the name of them right off the top of my head. Maker. It's a website hosted by Bambu Labs, and a lot of their files there you can download directly into your Bambu software. Thingiverse is another one. So what I've done is, after I ordered the 3D printer, I went on these sites and I downloaded a bunch of files that I was interested in printing. A lot of stuff to organize my garage. So that's what we'll be working on as soon as the printer is up and running. And I would suggest maybe y'all go and just look through those, watch some videos, whatever printer you're deciding to get, and do a little more research on the web and look into forums, Reddit, and places like that, discussion groups about the printer, and before you make a decision on any one printer. That's what I did before I purchased it. And then after purchase, I started watching videos on how to use it, how to fix things when they're broke, what instruments you'll need, just different things like that to get me familiar with the printer. Like I said, I downloaded a bunch of files that I'm eager to see how they're going to turn out. Now, one thing I did notice, it takes a long time for a print, depending on what you're printing. And I'm okay with that. You know, this day and age, everybody wants it now, right away. But I'm okay with that, as long as it works. As long as I don't keep having to redo the print because something messed up, which is what I had to do. I wasted a lot of materials with the laser printer, and I wasted a lot of material with the wood carver because of that. The settings weren't just right. And a lot of it was my fault because I just didn't know. I tried to do as much research as I could. I tried to teach myself as much as I could. And I'll admit it, a lot of it was probably my fault. But a lot of it wasn't. A lot of it was, like I said, the different settings for the different materials, and the different materials even had different settings because of the coating or maybe the temperature of the part, the humidity, temperature inside this garage. I mean, a lot of factors, you know. But it was just too much for me, what I wanted to do. So anyway, I hope y'all stick around and go on this journey with me. Like I said, the next video is probably going to be about me getting my table set up and ready for the printer before it arrives. I hope I get that done before it arrives, so I'll have a place to put it. The desk or table is already built. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add a drawer to it to store my filament. So I'm going to kind of enclose it so the filament will stay clean. Like I said, I do woodworking, so if I do woodworking, there's going to be a lot of dust, so I want it to stay clean. I'm looking for an enclosure. I don't like the ones I've been seeing. They're like tents. You know, I just didn't want something like that. That's just me. I want a hard enclosure. There's one in mind. I've got to make sure it's going to fit. So I'm waiting till the printer arrives. That way I can measure everything and make sure the lines and the tubing, I'll have enough room for it before I buy an enclosure. So anyway, thanks y'all for coming along. Hit that like and subscribe button for more, and so you'll know when my next video comes out. I appreciate y'all coming along on this journey with me. Like I said, this is not going to be a how-to business. It's not going to be a how-to printing. This is just going to follow one man's journey into the world of 3D printing. And I hope to learn a thing or two along the way. I hope that I will bring something to y'all, that y'all can learn something. I'm really looking forward to y'all's comments and how y'all did something compared to how I did it. Constructive comments, criticism, please. I won't stand for any type of ugliness, so to speak. Again, thank y'all for coming along, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Filament Files.